Hello, my friend, and welcome to the Slow English Podcast. I'm Kevin, and here we speak slow, we speak simple, and we speak from the heart. Today, we're talking about something powerful, something that can truly change the way you speak English forever. We're talking about this, how to stop translating in your head and how to start thinking in English. Yes, thinking in English. Because maybe you already know the words. Maybe you've studied the grammar. But when it's time to speak, something happens. You get stuck. You try to translate from your language and suddenly you feel slow, unsure, maybe even nervous. And sometimes the words don't come out at all. I understand that. I've seen it many times before. But don't worry. Today, we're going to fix that. Step by step, thought by thought, word by word. I'll show you how to stop translating and how to start thinking in English, even if you're just a beginner. Now let's talk about this. Why does thinking in English matter? Why is it so important? Well, here's the truth. Translating in your head slows you down. It doesn't help you. It actually makes things harder. When you translate every word from your language to English, your brain has to work in two directions. First, it thinks in your language, then it tries to find the English words, and then it puts them in order. That's a lot of steps, and it's too slow for real conversations. That's why many learners feel stuck when they speak, because their brain is trying to do too much at once. But when you think in English, something amazing happens. First, your speaking becomes faster. You don't have to stop and search for words. The words are already there in English. They come more naturally. You speak more smoothly, and you feel more confident. And confidence is powerful. When you feel confident, you want to speak more. You stop worrying about mistakes. You stop feeling nervous. You start enjoying the conversation. Also, when you think in English, your listening improves too. Why? Because your brain is already in English mode. You hear words and you understand them faster. You don't need to translate and then understand. You just understand. That's a big change. And it makes listening easier, especially when people speak fast or with different accents. And there's one more thing. Thinking in English helps your pronunciation. When your thoughts are already in English, your mouth gets used to English rhythm, English sounds, and English word order. You stop using sentence structures from your language. You stop sounding translated. You sound more natural, like someone who really lives inside the English language, not outside of it. So yes, thinking in English is a small change, but it creates a big difference. It makes you faster, more confident, better at listening, and more natural when you speak. That's why it matters. Now, my friend, let's talk about something important. The common mistakes many English learners make. And if you're doing some of these right now, don't worry. You're not alone. Many learners, even the advanced ones, make these same mistakes. The good news is, once you see them, you can fix them. The first mistake is this: relying too much on translation. We already talked about this. When you always translate in your head, it slows you down. It makes your sentences feel unnatural. You get stuck. You feel nervous. But remember, it's not your fault. Your brain is just doing what it knows. It's trying to help. It's using your first language as a bridge. But if you want to speak freely, you need to stop walking on that bridge. You need to build a new road inside English. The second mistake: overthinking grammar before you speak. Yes, grammar is important, but when you speak, you don't have time to think about every little rule. You don't have time to say, wait, is this past perfect? Is this present continuous? No, you just need to speak. Use what feels right. Focus on the message, not the rules. Because fluency is not about perfection. It's about flow. The more you speak, the better your grammar becomes. Naturally, step by step. The third mistake is something we all feel: the fear of making mistakes. You want to speak, but something holds you back. What if I say it wrong? What if they laugh at me? What if I look stupid? These thoughts can be strong, but listen closely. Mistakes are how we learn. Every mistake is a sign that you are trying. It means you are growing. Native speakers make mistakes all the time. Children learning language make mistakes every day. That's how it works. You are not weak if you make mistakes. You are brave. And the last mistake: not surrounding yourself with English. If you only study for 20 minutes and then return to your own language for the rest of the day, it's hard to grow. Your brain needs more. It needs to see English, hear English, live inside English. You don't need to move to another country. You just need to create a small English world around you. Listen to English podcasts. Watch simple videos. Read easy stories. Think in English when you're walking or cooking. Make English part of your daily life, not just your study time. And remember, no one is perfect. No learner gets it right every time. But the most successful learners all share two things: consistency and a good mindset. They don't quit. They don't give up after one bad day. They keep going, one small step at a time. And that's what I want for you. By the way, you can find all the important words from this episode, especially the ones you don't know, right here in the description with simple meanings. So now you know the why. Let's talk about the how. How do you actually start thinking in English? How do you go from translating words to having thoughts that are born inside English? Let me show you 5 powerful steps. These are small things, but they can change everything if you do them often. Step 1. Start naming things around you in English. Take a look at your room or your home. What do you see? A chair, a cup, a door, a book, your phone, your hand. But don't just look. Say the words out loud. or say them quietly in your mind. This simple habit trains your brain to connect what you see directly to English words. No translation, just object to word, feeling to word. Here's a practical tip. Use sticky notes or small pieces of paper. Write the English word for an object on each note. For example, write fridge on a sticky note and place it right on your refrigerator door. Every time you see or use the fridge, you'll see the word too. This helps your brain remember and connect the word with the object naturally. You can do this with anything: door, window, table, or lamp. Over time, your room will become an English vocabulary classroom. The best part? You can do this anywhere. In your house, at work. It's simple, fun, and powerful. Step 2, talk to yourself in English. Yes, really. Talk to yourself. You can do it in your head or out loud when no one's around. For example, I'm making tea now. I feel tired today. I need to call my friend. It doesn't need to be correct. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just speak. This helps your mouth, your brain, and your thoughts connect in English. Step 3, use an English to English dictionary. I know this sounds hard, but it doesn't have to be. Start with a simple English learner's dictionary made just for people learning English. For example, instead of translating the word difficult into your language, you read a simple definition like not easy. This helps your brain learn English by using English. It builds your vocabulary and helps you stop depending on translation. You can also use tools like ChatGPT to help. ChatGPT can explain words very simply and give you easy examples so you can understand and remember them better. For example, if you want to know what tree means, ChatGPT might say, "A tree is a tall plant with a trunk, branches, and leaves." Then it can give you examples like, "The tree gives shade. Birds live in the tree." This way, you learn the word and how to use it in sentences. At first, it might feel slow or tricky. That's okay. Every time you try, you get a little faster and better. Keep practicing, and soon your brain will think about English words without needing to translate. Step 4, develop an inner voice in English. What does that mean? It means when you think, when you ask yourself questions, when you make decisions, when you dream, you start doing some of that in English. You create a small voice inside your head that speaks your second language. At first, it may be just a few words. Okay, no problem. Let's go. But slowly, that voice grows stronger. And one day you realize you are thinking in English without even trying. And finally, step 5, surround yourself with English. Make English part of your world. Watch YouTube videos in English. Listen to podcasts like this one. Put on music in English. Follow simple Instagram accounts with daily English phrases. Read short texts. Even 5 minutes a day helps. The more you see and hear English, the more your brain starts to accept it as your new normal. You don't need to do everything perfectly, but try 1 or 2 of these steps today. Then again tomorrow. Then again the next day. Slowly, your brain will start changing, and the words will begin to come, not from translation, but from inside you. Staying motivated can be tough, but it's key to keep improving your English. Let's talk about some common challenges and easy ways to overcome them. One challenge is that your brain often wants to think in your native language first, which slows you down. The best way to handle this is to be patient and start with simple thoughts in English. For example, instead of trying to think a long sentence, just think, "I am happy," or "It is sunny." This helps your brain get used to thinking directly in English without translating. Another problem happens when you don't know or forget an English word. Instead of searching for the word in your native language dictionary, try describing the thing or idea in English. For example, if you don't remember the word umbrella, you can ask ChatGPT by saying something like, "What is the word for the thing I use when it rains?" ChatGPT will give you the word umbrella. This method trains your brain to think in English and find words naturally, without relying on translation. Sometimes you might feel like you're not making progress and want to stop learning. To stay motivated, try tracking your progress. You can keep a simple journal, record your voice, or practice speaking in front of a mirror. Over time, you'll see how much you've improved. Learning a language takes time, so be patient and keep practicing every day. You did an amazing job today, my friend. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger and faster it gets. Thinking in English might feel hard at first, but every little practice helps you build a habit. A habit is something you do again and again until it becomes easy. With patience and practice every day, speaking English will get easier and feel more natural. Keep naming things, talking to yourself, and listening to English. Step by step, word by word, you are getting better. This is the Slow English Podcast with Kevin, and I'm very proud of how far you've come. Use the words and tips you learned today to feel confident when you speak English, even when you go to the doctor or talk with friends. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment or tell me which tip you'll try first. I love hearing from you. Keep going, keep practicing. You are not just learning English, you are changing your life. Until next time, stay kind, stay brave, and keep speaking slow, simple, and from the heart.